Hi, I'm Alex, and by popular demand, a posture that everybody wants to learn, a beautiful posture, crow pose. So, I'm going to bring my friend today, Henry,
Hi.
and we're going to try to break down the posture. Okay, crow pose is a posture that is a good demonstration of strength, balance, technique, not so much flexibility, little bit, but more strength related posture. So there's a few things that we can do when you're practicing that will help you to do your crow pose. And Henry, he wanted to learn this posture, so 即係特別特別整一集就係教佢點樣做 crow pose。OK， 好啦，咁首先你示範一次，你會點樣做俾我睇先
OK。OK， 我識咁。
Okay, that's good. Let's see. So let's do it step by step first. So first, you're like this, starting off kind of kneeling position, and then you're gonna put your hands on the floor. So this is already right now we can start breaking down the posture. And this is a really important thing that I see a lot of people miss, is the placement of the hands. A lot of times people might have it like this, or like this even. So, but what I want to stress and make sure that you do is you want your 10 fingertips spread apart as wide as possible, completely pressed flat on the floor, kind of like when you stand on your feet, you don't stand halfway, your feet are completely planted on the floor and all your weight, my whole life to stand like this, so it's very strong. Same principle. When you're on your hands, it's going to take a long time to learn how to put all of your weight into your hands, and we're not used to walking on our hands. So be patient, it takes a long time. But also, a little disclaimer before when you're doing this posture, if you go into a yoga class and the first thing a teacher tells you to do is a handstand or headstand or crow pose, you should probably go to a different class because you have to learn the basics first. And the basics start from half moon, triangle pose, standing on your feet first. Once you've got all that coordination down, you're going to find that you're going to learn all the tools necessary to do crow pose. But as a little express class, let's see if we can break it down. So first thing, fingers press on the floor, gripping the floor with your fingertips. So if at any time your weight goes to the right, you're going to learn how to use your pinky and bring it back to the middle. And at all times, you're kind of playing around with your weight a little bit. So that's the first thing I want you to learn. Second thing is keep your head forward. So you're looking forward a little bit, maybe around here. Because if you look down, you can see the whole way my spine is you lose a lot of strength. So you want to keep your head up like this, looking forward. Maybe I'm going to look around here and not too far forward. I kind of want to monitor my hands too at the same time so I know what's going on. And but mainly the direction a little bit forward, the chin a little bit forward. So next you're going to come up on your toes, and then you're going to walk your knees into your armpits, kind of like this. And then you're going to grip the floor with your fingertips. Keep your butt lifted up towards the ceiling and rounding in your whole core. You're going to suck in your core. It's going to keep everything nice and compact and strong. And then you're going to slowly kind of push your knees into your armpits and lift up, using a lot of arm strength. So this is where a lot of the plank and chaturanga and that whole flow is going to help you, because by now hopefully you've developed a lot of upper body strength to help you balance, shoulder strength, but of course you're going to need a lot of core engagement. So just now when Henry did it, his setup was good, but I feel like he should learn how to use the core and also the arm pressing position. But we'll look at that, we'll study a little bit further. So let's just go through the steps first. So like this, and then slowly keep your chin forward and the body weight going a little bit forward. Lift up, toes pointed, and holding it here. So if you're too far back, you're going to find that you're going to fall out. But if you have a motion of a little bit going forward, but not too forward, you can hold it longer. So a good way to hold it is to have your knees press against the side of your arms, and at the same time as your arms pressing back in. This is a good way to find this balance first. So your arms are a little bit bent, but toes pointed and fingertips gripping the floor. And slowly, as you feel comfortable holding it there, you can try to get your arms more straight because the final expression of this posture is your arms should be straight. So let's see if I can do that first. Breathing too. Something like that. Like that. OK， 再4次。
OK，
我哋再嚟多一次。手擘大多啲啲，闊多太多少少。OK， 翻嚟。OK， 腳趾行入嚟先，腳趾行入嚟，再多啲，再多啲。我手向後啦，手向後啦。係。OK， 再多啲，貼埋先啦，貼埋腳趾先。Here. So there's a stretch happening here. Okay, hold your scene. 呼氣. The stretch is already beginning. This posture, don't think about the final position as the posture. Remember, we've talked about this before. The whole entry, the whole exit, everything is part of the crow pose. So everything is happening right now. He's stretching here, everything is working. I can feel his back already. All the energy right now, there's so much going on. Keep 住呼氣. Okay. 跟住你自己嚟，自己試下。手哥對入個手嗰度 ，OK， 手掌可以 bend 少少 ，bend your arms 向出邊 ，yeah 少少 ，OK， 撳住地下 ，keep 住用鼻呼吸，用鼻呼吸 ，pat pat 向上，慢慢嚟，試下，繼續，係啦，用自己方法試下 ，come up。OK， 慢慢上翻嚟，唞陣先，回翻個氣。
用唔到力嘅。
用唔到力。Okay, so it's normal because when I put him in the closed position, his strength was not developed enough yet. So it's going to take some time. This time 你試下唔使個腳同手拍得咁埋，你用頭先個方法去個手再闊啲 ，the elbows more bent， 撳落去，係啦。咁樣呢個方法去。Yeah, good。但係 keep 住 breathe，keep 住 breathe。哇！佢成身汗啦已經。Good for you。試下。Okay. Maybe a little modification for trying out your arms to completely, your knees a little bit lower too. So we're not going to go for the high point, we're going to go a little bit lower. 低少少咯，咁樣做。低少少咁樣做。試下先。跟住你上到去 keep 住呼氣，吸氣呼氣。再低少少。Yeah。撳住地下，少少好似 push up 咁樣。吸氣，呼氣，吸氣，呼氣，同步用力呼氣。Yeah.
hold 唔到好耐嘅。
Okay, so what I would advise Henry to do is to build a little bit more strength, power, and maybe also the strength power in the shoulders and the chest and the arms, also in the abdomen. 呢度唔夠力，可能重得滯 maybe have to lose weight.
Yeah.
And once he gets lighter, he can be strong enough to hold his own weight. So right now, maybe his strength is not strong enough to support his own weight, so he needs to get stronger. So everything's a balance with your own body, but you can practice a little bit easier. Maybe 即係你可以試下，可能個頭掂地下先，跟住咁樣 and then lift your head up. 試下呢個方法先。揾啲容易啲嘅頭掂地下先 ，OK， 腳上嚟 ，no not headstand 度 ，pat pat 再低啲，再低啲，即係個人放平晒咁樣。So your head like this， 唔使太高 ，and then hold 住咁樣先，個頭少少，頭掂地下先。 No，keep 個腳喺下邊先，腳褪後啲，再多啲，再多啲 ，OK， 差唔多。腳升起，個 pat pat 唔升起，淨係個腳 pat pat 低啲。我要個 body 係同地下係水平。
OK， 咁樣。
再多啲，再多啲。OK， 慢慢個頭擱高 ，come up， 手再闊啲，手再闊啲 ，wider push up，breathe，breathe，擱高個頭，擱高個頭，擱高個頭。誒，做咩放低？OK，so breathe。
有少少 feel。
你做咩唔吸氣啊？你做緊嘅時候，你個人谷實晒咁樣嘅，頭擱高，頭擱高 ，breathe， 撳住個地下 ，yes， 慢慢一隻腳。Okay, remember, this is all part of the process. Because he's not doing it doesn't mean that he's not doing the posture. Every second he spends in this position, his muscles are strengthening and he's developing the mind-body connection. So another thing when you practice is don't be afraid to fall down. So when you start out doing this posture, you might find that you fall a lot, but you have to go for it a little bit. Be careful of yourself when you fall too. If you fall, you have to learn how to protect yourself. The most important thing is don't fall forward right away and you hit your head and face on the floor. That might be a little bit dangerous. So you have to be mindful of how you practice in your strength. But struggling is very, very normal. So, but yes, this is a little modification you can do. Is you can without starting the butt so high, start a little bit lower, and maybe just hold here like this. So you can find this strength. It's a little bit 即係你咧依家未揾到嗰個位咧，係點樣將個腳放喺個手嗰度，同時間個手係對撐個腳，就係完全唔使用力㗎，唔使用力嘅，佢就咁撳住，你揾到 it's like a little balance point。你過咗少少咧，你就會失平衡咁樣咯。So 你試多次啊，試多次啊，係啊，唔使太高住先 ，pat pat 係啦。你揾下嗰個位置點樣將個腳同個手再側啲，呢度出邊。我個手轉向出啲 ，no， 個手。
哦
OK， 去啦 ，go， 快啲 ，good， 好似
好好多，係啊，
繼續，繼續，腹肌有冇收緊？有。OK， 腳趾 ，yes。
好多。
Okay, something like that. Practice. So that's his struggle. Good job.
Thank you.
Henry. Okay, so once you break through the struggle, then slowly, let's see, where are some other things you can learn? So remember, hips higher like this, and then come up. And then you can practice shooting your legs back into chaturanga. So like this. Or maybe jumping back into it. Let's see. Like, you can practice like this. So there's a lot of different variations you can do, but start off slow, struggle more. Don't be afraid to struggle. The only difference between someone who can do it and someone who cannot do it is the person who cannot do it has not put the time in to struggle. You have to struggle maybe 5 years. You have to struggle 10 years. Remember, learning is that's not the challenging thing. Learning is very easy. Some people who have spent maybe 10 years later, when Henry learns it, that's the easy part. Remember, you have to maintain what you learned in that 10 years, so when you're 60, 70, 80, you can still do it. So don't be afraid to fall down and to struggle. Okay, thank you. We'll be back.